Hello, good evening, everybody. It's time for our debrief. This time hosted by me, TB, the Game Master. And of course, I am joined with our other fellow players like...
Hello, it's Chardy. Hi, Chardalicious here.
And of course, we have...
It's Graylin playing, it's Graylee playing Graylin.
And of course, we couldn't be here without our good and clanky.
Hello, it is me, Shax, playing as the player of Clanky.
And of course, someone who brings the legs. This time, he's literally brought the legs.
I am Fenzu and I play Death Cavid.
And we wouldn't, of course, end this without something very sexy, because we have our very sexy man here.
What's up, all? I'm Bored Shirtless and I play Bo Red the Shirtless.
And it's so sexy. So, we just finished our last session, and it is time now to debrief it.
Ooh.
7. Oh, that's why we had all the 7s today.
Fuck.
Anyway,
Oh,
yes, you did it yourself, Shar. You did it yourself.
Yeah.
So, this session, the group went into the almshouse, which looked way too pretty from the outside. But once they got inside, it turned out to be a very big illusion.
Beauty
was
was
run
only
down.
skin deep. Yep.
Oh yeah, not stone deep in this case, but inside it was dusty. It was old. There, the weird, moisty, stanky dust of ages hang in there. The dust was everywhere. The lighting was off. The marbles were cracked. Statues were It was just a horrible inside.
It was haunted. Very, very
yeah,
haunted.
it was nearly
Yes.
a haunted.
Mhm.
While the group went inside, Charlie smelled nosh, but instead of going after his nose, the group
tried
decided to
to.
follow some... You tried, but instead, the group spotted some tracks in the dust that seemed to be drag marks to the first floor. So up the stairs they went, and before they had a good chance to explore, they got surprised by some enforcer wannabes. Had a good fist, or not a fist fight, a shoot fight. Well, there were some fists involved, mainly sword fists. Eventually, the group tried to capture one of the false agents or false enforcers. Unfortunately, don't ask us how, the guy probably greased himself, slipped out of Charlie's big muscly arms, and exploded his head. Which means that the party was like, okay. Fortunately, that meant that Clanky could investigate the body, discovered it was heavily augmented, just like the corpse. And Charlie was done with this because he went for his nosh, dragged the party downstairs, where they went to the food court, which was again very deprecated.
Mess hall, but yeah.
Yeah, mess hall, food court. Yeah, mess hall's better.
It was a mess by the end.
Definitely.
Eventually, they ended up in the kitchen, which was the biggest letdown in the world for Charlie, because turns out that instead of the feast he was expecting, all the boxes and crates were filled with rotting remains.
Human parts.
Blood in, barrels with, thick, old, rotting blood, and a crate that had basically laps of human skin and worse. Which, gave the entire party fuck this shit. But there was this very disturbing, way too heavily protected door that the party tried to open. Doing it the right way didn't work, so decided to blow it up. Throwing a crack grenade at the door, dented it a bit. So the party decided, you know what, we have some crack grenades more. Let's blow up this wall. When they blew up the wall, nobody knows what happened, because that's going to happen next week.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's,
going to appear out of it.
Everybody was really happy with that surprise cliffhanger, I think.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, I know. You bastard.
It was awesomely timed, yeah. It was awesomely timed, that's for sure.
Which directly brings us to the next part of our regular scheduled program, Stars and Wishes. I'll start, because my star was just literally the reaction you guys had at the cliffhanger. You guys were so pissed off. That was hilarious. That was just funny. and of course the whole reaction to the fuck was going on in that kitchen. That basically those were my star moments. That I was just fun.
About a book.
I don't really have any wishes. So Char, let's just start with you again.
Okay. My star was just how things were going. We had some combat, we had some more investigation, and it was a nice little combo of things that we were doing. And the fact that it's funny to call this a star, but the fact that there was an actual risk of sort of harm to the characters. Bo Red took a beating that, while it was only 3 wounds, that still represented 25% of his total wounds. So that could have been much worse. But that does signify that it's not all fun and games in the darkest of heresies, on the edges of darkness.
And like I said during the session as well, Shattered Hope was truly a very low-powered
tutorial
intro,
stuff.
Tutorial, and unfortunately that means now you guys will actually face proper heretics, and some of them can take a pounding.
We're playing on normal now.
Yep.
The fact that they didn't go down as quickly either, that was that's also nice. I mean, we're not high-powered really at all. We're decent, and we work together nicely to survive. Sorry.
And you guys have a big brick slab shield, so
that helps.
You are basically they're conveniently placed chest high wall.
Yeah.
So, Grady, would you like to take the reins?
DB, do you mind if I jump in there? Because my star kind of synchronizes with Char's a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I think echoing what Char said, the fact that the session today was almost the perfect balance of action, exploration, investigation, but also for me, the fact that my character took damage. My star for that is the fact that it's in the break. I said it's really made me think about my glass cannon almost build, and the fact that I need to, next time we get experience points, I need to look at spending some points to try and make him more durable. Because if I'd have got hit a couple of more times today, it could have been the end of Bo Red. And I suppose on the flip side of that, those re-rolls from the chat, they came in clutch, because Bo Red would have been dead ultimately.
Yeah.
Yep.
The re-rolls.
Them being properly used was quite nice. Yeah, I was quite happy to see that.
And I got to abuse the fact that I got re-rolls as well. I know it wasn't originally the way they were supposed to use, but I figured I have a surplus of re-rolls. Fuck it.
You are the GM. They are your rules. Make them up as you go along if you want to.
But they're still charities to redeem, so...
I mean, they were used to give you, and then you can use them how you want, really. Yeah, there's no real harm in it, is it? Because it's a reroll. No. It's still a chance. It's an extra chance at a result. So that just makes it more fun.
Yeah. Any wishes or?
No wish from me this week. No.
Okay. Well, then I'll leave the flowers in the cupboard. Okay, Grady, would you like to?
Yeah, I mean, I think my stars for this last session were really the kind of people getting into using the redeems, and also, you had a couple of redeems that you were then able to use and help out with, the team. So that to me is my star. It's nice. Yeah, exactly. For my wish, I don't know. I don't have a wish per se. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this one's going slowly. It's slow in a different way, right? And so it's not really a wish for it to speed up. I'm just afraid we're missing things, or we're not.
I'm basically giving you the space to just enjoy the game and explore a bit as well.
Yeah.
I could make it completely action-based and that's, to be honest, like what we had today as a board set, a little bit of action, bit of exploration, bit of in character, bit of a giggle here and there. Those are, in my opinion, better sessions. Otherwise, yeah, it would just be constant non-stop combat. And
Oh no, I think
And
it's
of course,
definitely
that's,
good to
yeah.
have the different things, for sure.
Okay, so Fenzu, would you like to share your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, straight away, star would be all of it. I can't really pin down one particular moment. I enjoyed the entire thing, start to finish. It's not really anything I can fault. It's incredibly fun to play, listen to, and obviously deal with very questionable roles that, we're not going to call into question. But yeah, my wish would be to continue it, just keep on going. I don't really mind if it's a short, like, kind of adventure, a long adventure. I just want to keep fucking playing,
Mm.
Ah,
Depends
well,
got
that's
the bug.
short and sweet. Yeah.
The roleplay bug.
Shax.
Well, I already know. I think I said what my wish was going to earlier, but it's going to that bloody door. Just the way it was just it was the nice balance of we were able to get through so many skill checks fairly easily through the campaign so far, and just having that something that was just the object that would just stopped us and had to think of a way around it
Yeah.
just helped.
Yeah. I love the fact that you guys went like, wait a minute, the wall's shit. Why are we wasting our grenades on the door? And I'm just happy you guys were like, yeah, wait, too much focus on the door. That was good. So yeah. Anything else?
I think that's all our stars and wishes, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so well, we'll just keep on rolling then. Did you guys have any rules or lore questions arrive, or just something you guys picked up? Because I don't think anyone in chat had any either, right?
I think
Nothing that came up this time around that I remember.
No, I saw somebody asking like a random, like a more general question about this is an awesome looking D&D setup. That was somebody in your chat, Graylee.
Yeah.
And then it was explained that this was Warhammer 40k, so that was nice to introduce somebody to
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Warhammer
Yeah.
40k
Yeah, and then he wrote that
TTRPG.
he didn't realize that they even had that sort of a
Yeah.
system. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. And he recognized the Roll20.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Roll20 is
Yeah.
pretty recognizable if you've used it before. So yeah, no.
Yeah, but
I mean,
cool
I don't so much have a rules question, more like a rules God's remark, in that I loved the flexibility that you had with the rules. I actually forgot which rule it was, but it was where I explained what the rule was.
The dodge. Yeah, the dodge with the shooting.
Yeah, there was a dodge with the shooting, with the double hits and such, and you were just like, nah, it's done. And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, you are still indeed the GM, and it's nothing that big. That's, I mean, it's something that helps my fellow player, so why would I want him to be at more risk?
No,
but still,
it's still nice that the fact, as you said, sorry for being a cabbage, and I'm like, you know what? Be the cabbage and embrace the cabbage.
Oh yeah,
you need to have a cabbage. And the fact that you said, "Oh, the rule is this," and the fact that I could say, "Well, yep, you're right." However, shows how flexible rules can also be.
Exactly.
I mean, it's still good for people to know, and I mean,
and also that they can be bent, that they can be ignored, that they can be changed, shifted, whatever.
Exactly.
Right?
For me, that's the key to having a successful campaign, is the GM being flexible with the rules, and also the players knowing not to push the rules in the ways that they aren't meant to be used, right?
So, exactly. I mean,
or when they do, ask about it. Be reasonable and be reasonable when you get a no. Like a no
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
or a
exactly.
yes but, well, whatever it is.
Same
Or
as with
yes, no.
Charlie wanting to use the rubble while he charged the guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I mean, technically speaking, there's nothing in the rules that said that can be done. But on the other hand, think about it.
Yeah.
There's an Ogrin with a shield charging. Fuck that shit.
Exactly.
And that's why I basically said, okay, well, you can charge, but I'm going to give you the offer to do this. And you said, no, I'm just going to do it. And it
Yeah.
just worked perfectly for the narrative as well. So,
Exactly.
and I think, personally, I will, and I got this thanks to the Alien RPG. The rules are there to help progress certain things.
You're a guide.
But they're a guide, and
Yeah.
the best thing about the rules is let's bend them a bit so to make the narrative more exciting, and that's what happened today.
Absolutely.
See,
and
this
narrative
reminds
is
me-
key.
This reminds me of my favorite quote by one of my favorite characters. They're more like guidelines anyway.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I was thinking it as well.
I love Barbosa so much. Yeah, that's pretty much the only rules thing that I could come up with, and hell, that falls under Stars and Wishes too, I guess. But hey,
Yeah,
sometimes it spills a little bit over. So
that's
yeah,
okay.
that's all we got.
Did you want to add something, Bort? Because you did want to say something.
I
with the rules and
think
stuff?
I've had a brain fart. I can't remember what I said,
Sorry.
but I think I said that it is all about the narrative, and I think ultimately because we are not only doing this for ourselves, we're doing this for all the amazing viewers that we have coming and watching us, which is nudging up to about 40 viewers concurrently a stream, which is crazy, by the way.
It's
I think that's
it's
great
nice to
for
see the numbers.
they want to
Yeah.
sit and watch us play, like just talk really.
The
And
regulars are
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
that's
regulars, we
amazing.
love you guys.
But I think
Yeah.
the narrative is the important bit, and sometimes the flexibility. And do you know what? What I was going to say is, DB is great. He knows when to be flexible and he knows when to be firm, and that is that's where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I already heard from people that some people just, they're streaming. I'm not going to actively watch, but I'm going to put it on. I know there's one or two people I know that secretly watch us while they're busy with the Warhammer stuff.
Damn straight. Yeah, we are perfect second monitor stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
what I'm still thinking of about, that's something we need to discuss. I am, of course, member of a reasonably big Warhammer club now, and I have several Warhammer communities. If you guys want to soon, I could just say, guys, we're doing this every this and this and there. Come have a look. Maybe that will attract more people as well. Then they can use us as their hobby background. Because I know Thursdays are I know a lot of people usually on Thursdays have their modeling that day. So
cool.
Rules wise as well. The little thingy I talked about before our stream, and we mentioned it a bit, is I found a suggestion from a DM for D&D that uses cards, where people can draw a card and they get a flat bonus on a roll, or auto crit or an auto fail. And we are thinking of incorporating it as another form of a redeem or something like that. During the streams.
Yep.
So not just giving people a reroll, but also just, hey, here, have a boost.
Yeah. Or
or a debuff.
Or possible debuff, or possible crit fail. Because failure is just as fun as success in certain cases.
Yeah, and again, to point back at today, Bo read the jump, and then all of a sudden, it isn't strictly a fail, but the parry, so his attack failed. Like that was. I enjoyed that, and I do like seeing the failure. Dave, Dave's mentioned in chat a couple of times about how we've got redeems for
successful
reroll effect.
Yeah, he wants rolls.
To make us reroll success and stuff. And I think adding an element of another element of risk is awesome.
Yeah, but like I said as well, it's cool, just not too much negative or positive stuff.
It's got to be a balance again. Everything is about balance, of course.
Exactly.
What about Like we put a bunch
Sorry?
of buffs and debuffs on a wheel. Whenever the redeem is being made,
Ooh.
spin the wheel, and then whatever it lands
That's
on,
also a good one.
because it could
Yeah,
be
that's good.
completely random.
That could be one for Grayley, yeah. If you're still looking for some redeems.
Fucking
Or the-
hilarious.
Yeah. So
the
do what?
cardiac, so a wheel
The
where
cardiac.
the cardiac,
Yeah.
the inspiration, and possibly like a wheel with certain buffs, debuffs, or like effects that happen. That
Oh.
can happen to either target,
Yeah,
player, or
I mean, do you want a wheel? So that, like, that's gonna stop gameplay.
there is that.
Well,
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
the cardiac
we'll have to have a
inspiration-
good look at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
first thing that popped in my
definitely-
head is something like there's a 1% chance that it basically gives Graylin, the next time she uses a psychic power, it automatically succeeds, but
Mhm.
psychic phenomenon happens.
That is an interesting one, yeah. That is
Yeah, plus-
definitely
or-
a two-edged, double-edged sword. I
Yeah,
love that.
The next time Charlie or Bo Red hits someone in melee, it automatically hits and crits, but their weapon breaks.
Oh,
Wow.
ooh.
Stuff like that.
I don't want Father's Thingy to break
Exactly,
No.
yeah. In case of Bo Red,
No, it's like
that
a-
would be.
Yeah.
Charlie doesn't really
Something
care
like that.
much
It doesn't
about
per se
Sylvie,
have to
but,
be your weapon that breaks, but it's like, yeah.
I feel like that's
Something like that.
very. I mean, I can certainly think of something like that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounds like an awful lot of stuff, but yes, it doesn't seem as easy to implement as just to.
No,
but I
it's
will.
something we could.
I will look at
No,
the short
exactly.
and I will think about it, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
We need to put
also
proper
see if I
thought
can
into
find
it all.
something for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have enough game design books and knowledge here that I could probably, whip up a few ideas and drop them in our chat.
The thing is, just we want to provide our viewers with something to engage with us, to play along
kind of
with
like,
us a little bit.
like
And,
what they do in the Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
People can
I mean,
vote and say, well, people get a plus 10 to hit, or the enemy gets a plus 10 to hit, or something like that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
do you have those? Like, do you still have those redeems in your thing, Charty, at all, or did you have
How do you mean? Do I have those
The-
redeems?
in your redemption things, your channel point little thing? Do they go away, or you have to? If you go into your
I mean, I can still
Cult of
see
the
them
Lamb.
in my activity feed.
not in your
Or-
activity feed. Oh yeah, but it's in your manage reward requests. Do you
Yes.
clear that up, or yeah? So I guess
yeah,
what
I
I'm.
understand though.
I mean, that's where I tend to look for things or clear things up, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but now I've forgotten what I was trying to get to for that there. I was like, this is where
Sorry.
it is. Well, so like, how many redemptions did you get today? And what were they exactly?
Let's have
Like,
a look.
I got a reroll.
Yeah.
DB
Let me
got
s-
2.
I think DB got 3 that session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but I got
So-
1.
What
I
are
got 2
yes,
actually.
and so that's so DB gave that away, but I mean honestly, that's a little much, I think, in a session for the GM to get 3 rerolls. So what's the
I think I got
cooldown
4
on those?
total.
Yeah, I was just asking and I heard the top number of 3. 4's even worse. Okay, good. Yeah.
Well, 3
It's even
is
worse.
Well, here's the thing. So the top that is that they can redeem per stream is 15. So there's 15 rolls that they can dole out to the 5 characters. Equally, there are
Right.
15 rolls that they can dole out to the DGM, because otherwise it doesn't feel as fair to me. They are on a 15-minute
know.
cooldown, and
But the reality
are-
is that
Mhm.
that the one that's going to get used more is the GM one.
yeah.
Not used more, because you're dividing one thing up by 5. How many people got rerolls? I got a reroll. Who else got a reroll?
I got
These-
2.
Besides the GM.
Dee's got 1.
Red, I got 1.
Okay,
I
everyone
think
got
everyone
one.
got at least
So-
1.
Okay.
Yeah, you gave yours to Clanky, because let me
Well-
just look what we got here. So
Technically, I didn't. I
First,
didn't.
he gave you one,
Yeah.
then GM. First, he gave me one, then Bo Red, Deeth, then another GM. Yeah, so there were 4 for the GM, what I'm looking at. 2 for Bo Red. Yeah, so if you look at the pure numbers, it was pretty even, with 4 for players, 4 for the GM.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I feel like as we
because
flesh out these redeems to add
Mhm.
others in, they will be used. The re-rolls will be used less. I do see Grady's point where we want viewers to be able to influence the narrative, right? But I
Yeah.
see Grady's point about how, I got 2. That could have been the only 2 failures I had in that. We streamed for about 3.5 hours, right? That could have been the only 2
3.5 hours. Yeah.
failures that I had in the whole session, and I've got the ability to re-roll them for a success, right, or a chance at a success. So it could make it a little bit viewer to win kind of thing. So maybe we do need to tweak the numbers a little bit. Here's something I had thought about, completely out the box and a little bit unrelated, but still related. See how we had the mod poll at the start of the stream today? To drive viewer engagement, would either of you consider maybe, or GM, would you possibly, as this is your game, consider this as an option, where we have a poll at the beginning of the stream to see whether viewers want to give the players some kind of minor buff for the session or minor debuff for the session?
Could be an idea.
Yeah. So basically a poll that has 4 options. Player buff, player debuff, GM buff, GM debuff. Something like that?
And viewers vote.
Yeah.
And the winning option is added for the entire stream. And whether that be a buff or a debuff, that can work in our favour and against us. And I would hope that the viewers that we have interact, I really do trust them, and I'm sure they wouldn't do anything to spoil the game, but they would also be fair, and some weeks they would give the players a buff, some weeks they give the GM a buff, right? Or a debuff, either way. I think, yeah.
I'm quite sure that some players would be more assured to always pick one certain choice. So some people have just given that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
but yeah, it's definitely something we can try. We can see what happens with it. Yeah, no, we can definitely put that up next time.
But I was surprised because yeah, okay.
What surprised you?
I think that's a good idea. No, I mean because I just I don't know, just going on your last comment basically. I think it was pretty well rounded. Like looking at it all, that's kind of what I wanted to see. But yeah, eventually it's just something to keep an eye on, I think, right?
Yeah.
As we're moving forward, as we add more, that it all continues to make sense. And now I have just made you, Demon Boy, a mod on my channel so that if you do a poll in Charities, you can do a poll in my chat as well.
Yeah, don't forget both sides.
Yeah, that'll be helpful.
And then everyone will get a chance to participate in said stuff.
Yeah,
so,
that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works better then. Yeah.
Okay, it's just unfortunate that a poll in a shared chat doesn't work for both. It's a huge bummer.
The only other option we'd have is using some kind of poll website and linking it, but then people aren't necessarily going to want to click to another website, are they?
Yeah.
And then they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Well, this way DB has control as Game Boy. As Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Because he
the
knows
only cartridge you can stick in me.
So I think that makes sense anyway. But otherwise, I do think it's pretty reasonable to say like let the mods. In some ways, I don't really want the GM to have to mod in the channel, right?
I don't mind.
Like, yeah. Well, I know you don't mind,
it's something simple. So
yeah. Well, and a poll at the start, yeah, that's fine, of course, if you want to set
Yeah.
that up. Hell, we can do that too if we wanted to.
Sure.
But yeah, the mock
Yeah, but you
polls
guys are
are there.
usually busy opening
Yeah.
the stream, saying hello to everyone,
Exactly.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what?
It's a bit different for
I
us.
mean,
yeah.
so what? Then I have to do a little mod action. Oh, whoop-de-doo.
True. Yeah,
What a
no, I
problem.
get that. I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it would
it's
be
not
nice,
it's not a commentary on you or anything like that.
No,
And
no,
of
no, no.
course
I know,
you're
I
able
know.
to do both.
Right.
It's more that as we scale up, as we keep going and getting bigger and more and doing things, it might become something that is less easy for you to do.
Possibly,
So I
yeah.
kind of
We'll
just want
figure
that
it
to
out
be.
when the time comes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we didn't have any highlights, artwork, or questions from our chat or community.
Well,
However,
we had the story.
But what I
Did
do
we-
want to say is I love the fact that Firsty's poem was so well written that Bo read.
Thought it was something we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
I
really
love that
confused
moment.
at that point,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
in a
and-
good way.
Since that also links to the last point of our agenda, MVP moment, it was literally that. The fact that the first piece of fan art we got was so well done that it confused one of the players. Yeah, first I might not have been a player, but he was our MVP because he touched the heartstrings of one of our players.
He
Well
Mandela
deserved,
effected a
Thirsty.
thing into Boar's head.
Well, we
that
thought
was
about
just
doing.
funny, wasn't
We thought about doing that. Were we gonna do that today or
No, I think
during
we'll
the
do. We'll
debrief?
try that another one,
Next
another
time.
debrief. Yeah. Debrief.
Okay.
Personally, what
Yes.
I would suggest we do is when we all have the time, look at it properly, rehearse it perhaps. Then all of us, I'll do the narration, you guys do your characters, and we'll just record it separately, and we can just give it back to the community.
Yeah, that'd
If
be
you guys
awesome.
are,
Play it at half time or something.
then
no,
you
that's fine.
guys have something to play during the half-hour break as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We just
And who knows,
needed
maybe-
to do it, right? We said we would do
Yeah.
it here, but we didn't say. So we're gonna do it next debrief.
Good.
Next debrief, we can do a read through just for the heck of
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
lock that in.
Yeah.
Or do we want to do it on Wednesday? Because you said you were free.
I could,
Maybe.
but that all depends. But that's something we could discuss after the podcast. Otherwise.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it would be cool to do that thing back to the community, and who knows, maybe it'll inspire more people to do awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Y'all
good.
write stuff, we'll read it for you.
Exactly. Free
wait,
dragon
I thought-
reading time or Grady reading time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, with that, I think we've yapped our way through our typical subjects.
Just over a half hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. We can keep it
Yeah.
short-ish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry for those people that were expecting a very long yippity-yappity session, but who knows? Next time we
Good.
might start yapping
for
so
us.
much,
Huzzah.
because who knows? Maybe next time they'll see what's behind the wall.
Oh,
Maybe the
What's
curtain.
goal number
I am
one?
nervous.
It was the fourth wall of the room, so
A mountain of cheese.
Oh, for the love of Mike.
Right, listen here. That is a bad word.
Yeah. Goodbye.
That is a bad
everybody.
word.
Bye all.
goodbye, bye bye.
Goodbye.